All the cats of the clans know the story of the creature in the woods. There are some who believe it's merely a tale to keep the cats of the clans in line, but the wise know better. Once, there were 3 good kits, born to an honorable clan, and whose parents looked upon them with pride in their hearts. Stay close to us, little ones, listen to your elders, and always walk in the light of StarClan. And so they did, for a time. But kits are kits, and one day they left the nursery and wandered to the edge of the wood, so vast and full of mystery. And though their parents had warned them to never leave the safety of the clan's camp, their curiosity beckoned them forwards. Now they no longer walked under the view of StarClan. Soon, they could see almost nothing. Pelts brushing, they began to count their steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in the darkness they heard a voice.
Hunger.
There before them limped a gaunt, shadowy creature with fur matted with dirt and twig.
Who are you? And what are you doing in these woods?
I am these woods, kits. I am the trees and the stone and the creatures within, and I hunger. And so I think I will eat one of you.
Oh, please no! If you eat us, our parents will surely despair!
I must be fed for the land to thrive. If I cannot eat one of you, then I shall eat part of all.
The kits, petrified by their terror, watched in horror as the creature stepped closer, jagged claws extended. From the first kit, it tore out much of their mind and ate it, and their thoughts were no longer their own. From the second, it plucked out one eye and ate it, and the kit never saw true again. And finally, from the last, it swallowed their heart, and they would never know love again.
Now I am fed, kits, and the land will flourish and prey will be bountiful. You may go, so long as you send me your kits, and their kits after them. Thus will your blood and bone continue to nourish the land, and your clan can live safely.
And so it has been, for years upon years, unto this very day. Hello everybody, Salty Sweet Ren here, and welcome back to the woods. And I do hope that you enjoyed that little fairy tale there at the start, a little bit of an origin story for this challenge. I'm going to be uploading it as its own video soon enough, so if you just want to watch the little story on its own, you can feel free to watch that, or you can watch it here. I kind of came up with like the idea to do that while I was at work the other day. I was thinking about some of the similarities between like what I was saying about like how the way that kits, the way that like we are like sacrificing kits and like their life force is being used to sustain whatever's in the woods. But I've also said that like the leaders say that we are trying to keep up with sustaining the woods in order to protect the clan and help the land itself to thrive. And that is kind of what I was thinking of when I was remembering the Widowgast's Web of Words. I'm kind of blanking. I didn't actually write all of this in my notes, but Widowgast's Web of Words, where they told this, Liam told the story of the Wald Hexa, or the Forest Witch, I suppose. And if you haven't seen it, I suggest you at least listen to Liam's part, because it is so chilling, and that's what I based that story off of at the start. It is something else. And then the rest of it is just pure chaos. It's great. But anyways, last time in this episode, let's go ahead and just jump in. Last time we lost several kits to the woods, which actually was leading me to start wondering why the kits in particular are sacrificed. And like I said, I wound up deciding that is because whatever's in the woods more or less drains their life force rather than directly killing them or eating their bodies immediately. It could still eat their bodies afterwards, but it's gonna always be the weakest of the kits who fail to survive being born in this world. It could also be possible that, like, when a cat is giving birth, like they are brought outside of the camp so that like whatever's in the woods can get to those weakest kits. That's something I kind of mentioned a little bit, which is dark, yeah, but that's just the way this story goes. And I have seen at least one person being super upset about the fact that the kits are dying and being sent to the dark forest, so to speak. Technically, they aren't in the dark forest. They're now part of whatever it is that lurks in the woods and feeds off of the living. But yeah, guys, if the kit death and being sent to the dark forest is something that's going to upset you, you probably shouldn't be watching this series, because there is going to be a lot of it. Like, I shouldn't have to keep reiterating this, considering everything that's happened so far, but this series is dark, guys. It's not meant to be happy, feel-good times, or hope against the darkness even. It's just gonna be dark all the way through. This is going to be a grim story where even the quote-unquote good cats will be pretty morally gray in their own right. I want to play around with the idea that what everybody considers good traits might not be so good, because the thing is that people aren't one-dimensional and our characters aren't either. I've already implied that Flower Tiger over here, like, sure, he has the bloodthirsty trait, but it's more of a desire to protect his kits at any cost. It's not necessarily, he's not evil, but he will probably be like seeking to do whatever it takes, kill whoever he needs to in order to protect his kits in this world, which is super cruel. His kits, I believe, Fox Kit and Sage Kit, yeah, they're literally almost going to be apprentices, meaning that they're almost ready to be sent out for another round of possibly being sacrificed, because that's what happens here with apprentices being sent out on their own for the first time. It's just, it's a lot to deal with. But yeah, and I've also been kind of thinking to myself a little bit that maybe Mantis Petal isn't being thoughtful out of like any sort of doubt towards the situation. Like, yeah, they're like acting kindly towards others, but they're not acting kindly because they don't believe in what's going on, or they think that what's happening is wrong. They're just being thoughtful because it's the right thing to do, not necessarily because they think it's wrong to sacrifice others. It's just like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm sure you're not going to be the next one being sacrificed. Oh, I suppose I was wrong, oh well, sort of type of thing is kind of, I don't know, I just, as I've been going on, I've been getting the vibe that Mantis Petal is not, I don't get the vibe that Mantis Petal is against it. That's the thing. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but you might kind of get the idea. It's just the vibe I've been getting from Mantis Petal, and I don't know why. And another thing I thought was pretty interesting is that Rosemary Husk, who's our compassionate cat here, the one who we've been saying is a pretty kindly spirit. If I check on Tawny Star, not you, Sage Kit, Tawny Star has been hanging out up there. If I look at relationships, Rosemary Husk is actually pretty well liked by Tawny Star and Stemstock, who are our two secret keepers. The secret keepers both really like Rosemary Husk, and Mantis Petal for that matter. Oh dear, Simba, you okay? Okay, he's just running away. So I am gonna, like, behind the scenes, I'm gonna be taking a peek at, like, who the secret keepers are getting along with and who they aren't getting along with. I'm gonna be taking notes of that for when we start doing sacrifices, because that is something to be thoughtful of. But yeah, I've been thinking about stuff like that. But if you guys have been enjoying this series, please do be sure to go ahead and hit the like button and leave a comment down below letting me know, like, any of your theories, any of your, like, little short stories. Some of you have been putting down some really great ones, which have been very fun to read. Some of your ideas about, like, maybe what's been going on. And just, like, doing all of that really does help to support the channel, lets me know that you guys want to see more of what I've been doing, and if you're not already, please do consider subscribing as well, so you won't miss any new episodes when they come out. I've been also trying to get back into doing live streams when I can, mostly Minecraft, but I'll be trying to branch out a little bit sometimes. And actually, the last stream, chat decided that fans of the channel were called Rendermen, which is pretty fun. And they've been making like Renderman Sonas over on the Discord. It's kind of been a lot of fun to see. So if you guys want to get in on that, please do consider subscribing. I'm trying to branch out a little bit, but yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to see what the next moon holds, shall we? Alright, Foggy Roach has gotten a running nose, of course, the protector of secrets, who's also our medicine cat, oh dear. Needle Flame was seen speaking calmly to a cat from Quiet Clan. Okay, that's interesting. Newly made apprentice Foxpaw touches noses with their new mentor Rosemary Husk. We're going to have to keep that in mind. Sagepaw purrs so hard that they're shaking as they touch noses with Needle Flame. And Gore's Kit has gotten a running nose. Needle Flame is an interesting one that we're seeing twice here. Because, behind the scenes, Stemstock actually really dislikes Needle Flame. For some reason. I don't know why. Is that reciprocated? Do you dislike Stemstock? Do you even know Stemstock? You should. You don't really think much of Stemstock. Okay. As for relationships, Stemstock had Gore's Kit bump into them. They didn't even apologize. Oh dear. Stemstock, Foggy Roach, and Tawny Star took a sun bath and had a little small talk. Stemstock thinks Maple Kit is very helpful. Flower Tiger stands tall when Maple Kit walks by. Flower Tiger is sharing the latest gossip they heard over the border with Ridgeflit. Rosemary Husk caught Flower Tiger complaining about them behind their back. Oh dear. Foggy Roach said they'd cover for Needle Flame, but when it came time, they got Needle Flame in trouble, and Foggy Roach is also talking with Houndtooth. Oh dear. Mantis Petal promises to always look out for Houndtooth. Oh, that's interesting. Houndtooth wishes they could get their pelt to shine like Needle Flames, and saw Maple Kit being very rude. Oh dear. Ridgeflit is having a wonderful time discussing recent clan news with Maple Kit, and knows that the advice Gore's Kit gave them will be helpful. Ridgeflit, I haven't really focused on a lot, but apparently they're hanging out with the kits, which is very cute. Tawny Star is giving Foxglove Kit a task. Tawny Star, Rosemary Husk, and Stemstock had a nice talk while eating. The three of them are getting along, which is very interesting. That's something I find very interesting, is like, they're now just kind of... I'm guessing that it was after Rosemary Husk came back from being sacrificed, like, Rosemary Husk has proven herself, so now they're kind of talking her up a bit. That could be what's going on. Tawny Star calls Needle Flame to catch them a fat mouse on their next hunting patrol, and Needle Flame is having a wonderful time discussing recent clan news with Gore's Kit. Foxpaw wants to spend more time with Stemstock. Sagepaw has a mock battle with Maple Kit. The sun is like shining right in my eyes, oh dear. Foxglove Kit shared an embarrassing story about Maple Kit that they asked not to share. Well, kits will be kits. Maple Kit wishes they could get their pelt to shine like Foggy Roaches, and Gore's Kit thinks the prey Ridgeflit is biting into on the other side of camp looks delicious. We've got so many kits now, oh boy. And we also have two apprentices. We have Sagepaw here, who is going to be mentored by Needle Flame, it looks like, which is going to be interesting. And Foxpaw, who will be mentored by Rosemary Husk. And Foxpaw really does look like a little fox. Look at you. And Foxpaw looks like is lonesome and quick to make peace, while Sagepaw is charismatic and has morbid curiosity. Interesting, interesting. So, a lonesome and charismatic apprentice. The thing is that well actually I'm going to check in on everybody in the clan first. Tawny Star almost lost a life recently. I mean, you are currently an elder, so we'll see how that goes. Stemstock is unsure of what the rest of the clan thinks of them as the Secret Keeper's apprentice. The thing is that I was supposed to have chosen a young adult, and I didn't. I went with the senior warrior instead, but it's fine. We're saying that this clan has been around for a while. And when Stemstock retires, I'll be picking somebody else. I technically don't think that Stemstock should be able to retire if they're the Secret Keeper's apprentice. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see if, like, things pan out a certain way. Foggy Roach recounts the amount of cat mint in their stores. So, how are the stores? You don't have any cat mint, actually, but you do have some herbs, so that's good. Meanwhile, Flower Tiger is wishing Sage Kit would play more quietly. Oh dear. Are you Sage Paw now? I know Flower Tiger's gonna be worrying about his kits. Ridgeflit almost died of embarrassment after a recent fumble on a patrol. Oh dear, Ridgeflit. Sagepaw practices their highest jump, and Foxpaw is feeling cramped in the apprentice's den. Houndtooth is wondering if they would be a good swimmer, and is still recovering from birth, and it's like a lot of blood loss too. I am worried about Houndtooth. That is something I am worried about. And Gore's kit plucks feathers from a fresh killbird to add to nests. Aw, and you're sick! That's right, you have a little running nose! Oh dear, poor little Gore's kit. And most of the cats in this clan are gingers, I mean, I've noticed. That's gonna be interesting. But anyways, let's go ahead and first things first. Foxpaw, I think that I'm supposed to send them on border patrols. That's what I think I'm supposed to do, is send sacrifices on border patrols. And the thing is that the new apprentices have to be sent on their own. Because the rules say, once a kit reaches 6 moons, it must head into the woods to prove its worth. You must press proceed no matter what. So, let's go ahead and see what happens. The time has come for Foxpaw to face their destiny in the woods. With courage in their eyes, they step into the mystical forest. Okay, Foxpaw, good luck. The night falls, and with it, the hope of Foxpaw's return. The woods have made their decision. They have claimed Foxpaw. Oh, Foxpaw, no! You really did look like a little fox, and you were Rosemary Husk's apprentice, weren't you? Oh, I feel bad. Sagepaw, what about you? Sagepaw, please. Sagepaw, upon their 6th moon, steps into the cool shadows of the woods. Their eyes full of determination and fear, they disappear into the dense forest to undertake the trial. Sagepaw, please, I cannot lose both of you, please. Returning, exhausted and with a weary gaze, Sagepaw pushes through the foliage into the camp. They have survived the ordeal, earning the wood's acceptance and their place as an apprentice. Oh, thank goodness. One kit survived. One apprentice survived. Sagepaw, you got very lucky. I am so sorry to Foxpaw. But look at you. I'm so sorry, Foxpaw, but this is what's going... You're now part of whatever it is out there. You're now a part of the forests. Anyways, let's get some actual patrols going, shall we? Rosemary Husk, and why don't you go with Needleflame, actually? Since you two, your new apprentices were the ones sent out there, I'm not gonna do border patrol right now. And I'll send you with Flower Tiger, because why not? While hunting, Needleflame comes across a rabbit burrow. How nice! What's in the rabbit burrow? The burrow is abandoned with no prey to be found in there. Oh dear, that's not good. We could definitely use some prey, but it is what it is. Send Foggy Roach and Ridgeflit now to do some herb gathering. As the Medicine Cat's patrol pads out into Hollowclan territory, Ridgeflit tells Foggy Roach about the dream they had last night and what that vision could mean for Hollowclan. Well, it's probably, honestly, to Foggy Roach, it's probably nothing unless it has something to do with the forest. That's the thing. But Foggy Roach shakes their head sadly. They can't make sense of the vision. Yeah, it's probably, considering that nobody can reach StarClan in this story, it's like, it really is probably just nothing. So, with that, let's go ahead and move on to the next moon. Rosemary Husk has gotten green cough, oh no. Foggy Roach no longer has a running nose, and Mantispel has recovered from their sprain. Houndtooth is no longer suffering from blood loss, okay. Foxglove Kit woke up with a mild headache, but got up to play anyways, trying to ignore their nagging pain. Please take care of yourself, Foxglove Kit. Gore's Kit no longer has a running nose. And the past moon, Foxpaw has taken their place, or Foxpaw was taken by the Dark Forest. Hollowclan mourns their loss, and their clanmates will miss the spot they took up in their lives. Moments of their life are shared in the stories among the circle of mourners as those that were closest to them take them to their final... Well, they don't take them to their final resting place. There is no body. The clan prays that the woods have been satisfied. And meanwhile, Mantis Petal seems to be oblivious to Stemstock glaring at them from across camp. Oh dear. Stemstock is glaring at Mantis Petal. I'm gonna take a note of that. Mantis Petal, Stemstock glaring. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking some notes so I can keep track of what's happening. Stemstock shared an embarrassing story about Needleflame they were asked not to share. Oh dear. Flower Tiger thinks about how lucky they are to have someone like Sagepaw as a friend. Well, Sagepaw is your kit, but I'm glad that you are very close with your child after losing your other. Flower Tiger thinks Needleflame is very helpful. That's good. Needleflame is also going to be trying to look after Sagepaw now. Rosemary Husk acknowledges Maple Kit with a twitch of their whiskers and made Needleflame laugh again and again. I'm glad that Rosemary Husk and Needleflame are getting along. Foggy Roach swaps the favorite prey with Needleflame and had a difficult conversation with Maple Kit, and they now have a deeper understanding of each other. I kind of wonder what kind of difficult understanding you can have with a kit, but okay. Mantis Petal wishes they could get their pelt to shine like stem stalks. Houndtooth saw Foggy Roach show off a skill they never knew they had, and thinks Gorse Kit is very helpful. Yeah, actually, Houndtooth, what kind of skill would Foggy Roach have as the protector of secrets that you wouldn't know? That is something to keep in mind. What is Foggy Roach good at? Ridgeflit chats quietly with Mantis Petal while they're both on camp guard duty, and caught Gorse Kit complaining about them behind their back. Oh no, I thought you got along with the kids, Ridgeflit. Tanya Star wonders what Flower Tiger thinks about mates. Hello? Okay. Needleflame is sparring with Tawny Star, and Sagepaw had a fight with Tawny Star. Oh no, that's not good. I'm going to keep note of that. Foxglove Kit saw Gorse Kit the other day, and did get a chance to meow hello. Maple Kit wishes they could get their pelt to shine like Ridgeflit's, and Gorse Kit admires how brave Rosemary Husk is. Okay, so all of that seems to be going quite well. Meanwhile, Tawny Star wants to get to know Flower Tiger better. What's going on with you and Flower Tiger? Hello? Where's Flower Tiger? There. You have some romantic like towards Flower Tiger. Is it reciprocated? Oh, a little bit. Interesting. I was not expecting that. Okay. That's interesting. But, Stemstock is staring off into space. I mean, I don't blame you. I kind of am after all of that just now. Foggy Roach is, again, recounting the amount of cat mint in their stores. I don't think... Yeah, you still don't have any, and you have a cat with green cough in the den. Rosemary Husk. How are you, Rosemary Husk? You're listening to the grass sway. I hope that you'll be okay. It is Leaf Bear now. So we need to make sure that the clan is doing well for Leaf Bear. Ridgeflit is feeling down. Aw, I don't blame you. A cat was recently... I mean, it happens all the time. Cats are sacrificed to the woods, but... This... feels so recently. Sagepaw's been training very hard recently. That's good. Mantis Petal is eating some fresh kill. I'm glad you made a swift recovery. Houndstooth is growing fond of Gorse Kit. Gorse Kit is your little kit, right? I believe so. Yeah, Gorse Kit is Houndtooth's kit, and you have a cute little nose. You certainly do. It's cute and pink, and I just want to boop it. And... I feel like there was someone else I wanted to check in on. Needleflame is sparring with some clanmates. Okay. So with all of that, I'm going to send you with Needleflame on a training patrol. Because why not? Needleflame suggests this might be a good chance to practice teamwork with Sagepaw. Both cats have a nice practice session, and their coordination with each other grows stronger. Needleflame really helps Sagepaw gain confidence working with other cats. I'm good. I'm glad of that. You guys are doing good. Meanwhile, I'm gonna send Ridgeflit and Mantis Petal together, because why not? As the border is checking... As the border is checking stuff, the border is not sentient. As the patrol is I almost said as the patrol is sentient, I am getting so mixed up. As the patrol is checking the border lines, they hear an odd sound coming from a nearby bush. Ridgeflit drops into a hunting crouch, certain that a mouse must be the source of the noise. They find themselves to be correct when they pounce into the bush and return to the patrol with a tasty morsel dangling from their mouth. Good, good. Okay, we got some prey. And then Foggy Roach and Flower Tiger doing some herb gathering. Foggy Roach notices that the moss in the medicine den is getting old. They need to go and gather some more. And as Foggy Roach leads the way to the best moss patch they know, with Flower Tiger following close behind, the two cats begin cutting off bits of moss and making their respective piles. Once the piles turn to mouthfuls, they pick up the bundles of new bedding and start back towards camp. Good, we've got some more moss. That's good. So, all of that seems to have gone quite well, actually. So, I think I have time for one more moon. So let's see what Moon 10 has, and that's gonna be Moon 5. Oh. There, I see a lot has happened. Oh. Hollowclan does not have enough healthy medicine cats. Cats will be hurt and sick for longer and have a higher chance of dying. And on top of that, rising tensions have come to a breaking point and a war against AstorClan has been declared. Why? What happened with AstorClan? Foggy Roach has gotten yellow cough, so our protector of secrets is out of commission. Mantis Petal was killed by a falling branch during a battle in a heavily wooded area of the forest. Oh, Mantis Petal, no! Houndtooth has recovered from birthing their litter. Foxglove Kit's headache is gone. Stemstalk wails when they see the body of Mantis Petal, still and cold in the clearing. They sit vigil at that night as grief fills their heart. Stemstalk knew Mantis Petal might not always be with them, but it wasn't supposed to be so soon. They visit Mantis Petal's grave, bittersweetly recalling all the happy memories they shared. Did you guys get along? I literally had just taken note of the fact that Stemstalk was glaring at you. Did you? Oh, I feel terrible now. I'm so sorry. Well, Stemstalk is also the secret keeper. I think Stemstalk was kind of hoping that Mantis Petal wouldn't wind up being sacrificed, even though the note I had taken was specifically Stemstalk was glaring, but still. And everybody is currently mourning Mantis Petal, and the clan prays that the woods have been satisfied once again. That's... a lot has happened. Why are we at war? Meanwhile, Stemstalk chats with Rosemary Husk while grabbing something to eat, and thinks Mantis Petal was nice to them today. I'm gonna take this off of my notes, because, of course... Okay. Flower Tiger had a disagreement with Stemstalk while on patrol earlier. That's not good. Flower Tiger doesn't think Maple Kit has been completely honest lately. Rosemary Husk goes to tell a secret to Mantis Petal, only for Mantis Petal to tell someone else's secret to them. Foggy Roach thinks Stemstalk isn't very considerate of others, and finds a bit of fluff that smells like Houndtooth and adds it to their nest. Okay, sure. Mantis Petal appreciates how Rosemary Husk always seems to ask how they're doing. Houndtooth overheard a joke from Needleflame they didn't get, and is having a nice chat with Stemstalk and Sagepaw while eating. Houndtooth wishes they could get their pelt to shine like Sagepaws. Ridgeflit appreciates Maple Kit telling them they had a feather stuck to their face and thinks Scoreskit was nice to them today. Ridgeflit, as always, hanging with the kits. I'm glad someone's hanging out with the kits. Tawny Star thinks Scoreskit has a strange sense of humor and said something that rubbed Maple Kit the wrong way. I don't blame you. Tawny Star will probably say a lot of things that rub a lot of cats the wrong way. Needleflame had a difficult conversation with Sagepaw, and they now have a deeper understanding of each other. Okay, it's probably like a sort of mentor-apprentice chat going on. Needleflame heard Ridgeflit discussing potential mates, but their name never came up. Needleflame, do you have a thing for Ridgeflit? Hello? Okay. Sagepaw thinks stem stock is very helpful. Foxglove Kit sticks their tongue out at Foggy Roach, oh dear. Maple Kit overheard a joke from Flower Tiger they didn't get, oh dear. Gorse Kit thinks Needleflame was nice to them today. And then we have Stemstock's grief. Which I was not anticipating. So much. Why? What all has happened? Foggy Roach is not going to be able to actually treat anybody right now, because we're going to be losing cats. And somebody asked, like, why don't we give Foggy Roach an apprentice? I can't. The rules say there can only be one protector of secrets at a time. And once they die, I have to choose a random young adult to become the new one. And if I have no young adults, I have to wait until I do. So... yeah. Anyways, how are things in the camp? Tawny Star wonders if Foggy Roach has had any prophecies lately. Interesting. Stemstock is eavesdropping on Needleflame, and you're currently grieving. Being grief-stricken can be a long-term thing that will impact stuff, but at least you can't go on patrols anyway, so it's not going to have the biggest effect. Foggy Roach is recounting the amount of catmint in their stores. Catmint would certainly be very helpful right now. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to use it because you and Rosemary Husk are both very ill. And Rosemary Husk is feeling quite lazy right now. I mean, you deserve to be. You have green cough. You deserve to be lazy. Ridgeflit wants to get to know Houndtooth a little better. What are your relationships with everybody? I know Needleflame was upset that you did not see them in a romantic light. Do you see... You don't see Ridgeflit in a romantic light, but you're just upset, apparently. Or something happened like that. Was it Ridgeflit? I think it was Ridgeflit. Meanwhile, you have a lot of romantic... I've noticed that you have a lot of romantic like towards Houndtooth. That's something I've noticed. Actually, what did it say? Flower Tiger is in awe of Tawny Star's leadership. Are you really? I don't think you necessarily would be, unless something's happened between... I mean, you guys were, like, talking mates a little bit, so maybe it's... Like, you lost your kid because of Tawny Star's rule, but at the same time, maybe Tawny Star said something that, like, has you kind of rethinking, maybe it's not Tawny Star's fault after all. Maybe there really is something out there in the woods, and you'd be able to know because you have the ability to commune with whatever's out there in the woods as a ghost speaker. It could also be that maybe you can commune with... Like, maybe you've spoken to... Foxpaw. That could be something. That could be something to keep in mind. Houndtooth tries to set a good example for younger cats. Oh, that's nice, that's nice. You do have a kit to keep in mind. Gorse Kit here, who wants to take a nap. I don't blame you. I'm very much the same. And Needleflame is eavesdropping on Stemstock. Hang on. Stemstock is eavesdropping on... You guys are both eavesdropping on each other. How does this work? Okay. Sure. This is kind of awkward. Sure. They're both eavesdropping on each other. Sure. Anyways, patrols. You go train with your mentor. Needleflame suggests this might be a good chance to practice new hunting techniques with Sagepaw. Unfortunately, neither cat steps up to teach. Sagepaw looks disappointed. What was Needleflame expecting? For them to lead the training? Yeah, Needleflame, what were you expecting? You're the mentor here. You're the one who's supposed to be training Sagepaw. That'll always get me. Then I can probably send all three of the others together. It's not safe for them to go on their own. If this was a regular ClanGen video, I'd probably send a cat on their own without thinking. But it's not safe for me to send anybody on their own. As the patrol is checking the borderlines, they hear an odd sound coming from a nearby bush. And it's another mouse that Ridgeflit catches this time. Good. Ridgeflit, I'm glad that you're able to catch some good mice. Taking care of the clan. But Mantis Petal is now part of the creature and is actually the oldest cat that has become part of the woods in known history so far. In the known story so far. The first adult. That's something that... oh boy. But I'll be keeping this in mind. We're also at war. What happened between us and Asterclan? Though Asterclan, a lot of the other clans have kind of grim sounding names, and Aster is a flower that if I'm not mistaken, it's often associated with Easter? Which is like season of hope and stuff. So that's interesting. That is, I could be completely wrong. I don't have anything in front of me. I'm pretty sure I looked it up like ages ago, like years ago. But that is something that's kind of in my mind right now. Maybe that's what's going. Maybe there's something going on with Asterclan, who are against the fact that all the other clans are like sacrificing their cats to whatever is in the woods. Huh. Could be something going on like that. We don't know. But it's something interesting to think about. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. So guys, if you enjoyed, please be sure to go ahead, hit the like button, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, everybody. In the burning town around Inferno's court, the crows are laughing with a glass of port. The woman ponders if she enjoys the gore. Still she takes the devil's heart, needs some more. Little miss, this wasn't the deal we had. Oh, did I mess it up? I guess it's just too bad. Paramnesia rules this world, so fake a smile. Take a shot, some scotch, and